Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about crypto, but primarily XRP. There's a lot of news stories going on since the judge ruled in Ripple's favor, stating that XRP is not considered a security. Big deal. There is appeals going on right now with the SEC. That's just kabuki theater. It's just how things go. I believe there'll be a settlement in the near future and there will be something given up, right? Ripple will have to pay something to the SEC so that the SEC can save face a little bit. Everybody knows the truth. Now, with this being said, as I'm going to talk to you about this story, this is not investment advice. I own XRP. I've been involved in XRP since it was 2 cents. So it's been a little while. And there's a prediction that came out from someone high up at Wells Fargo, the treasury manager actually, and it sounds sensationalized. Okay, so don't use this as investment advice, but I will tell you this: if you own XRP or any crypto, you need to not have it on exchange. If you want a link for a really good wallet, and that's another thing you need to be really careful of, is buying wallets online from shady sources. So I have a verified link to Trezor below. I use Trezor. I love it. I use everything. I've got nanos too, and but I really like the larger Trezor with the touch screen. I love that for holding my XRP. So I'll put a link below. Get your stuff off of exchanges. They are not to be trusted. All right. Also, if you guys want to know, I use Gemini. So I do not use Coinbase. Do not like Coinbase. Not a fan. I've done tons of videos about why. All right, here we go. XRP to skyrocket to $500 within 7 months, predicts Wells Fargo Treasury Manager. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt, but I'm going to tell you of the points that I do completely agree with here. In a recent statement, Wells Fargo's Treasury Manager Officer Sharon Thorpe provided an eye-catching price prediction for XRP. The forward-thinking executive, that is true, anticipates a potential surge in XRP's value to anywhere between $100 and $500 in the short term. Now, to give you some price comparison, XRP is sitting at 70 cents right now, and there are a ton of XRP out there. However, there is a burn rate. Okay, people need to understand that as the usage of XRP is used, a little bit, fractions of it are burnt. Over time, there will be less XRP out there. End of story. And as more and more adoption happens with XRP, if it does, which I believe it will, but that's just a belief, it's not a fact. I really want to stress that because people always buy at the top. People buy crypto or any asset when it's racing up, then they hopefully buy it. But the problem is not only they bought it at the top, but hundreds of thousands or millions of other people bought it, and then it causes a downturn. So just understand that, okay? But I will tell you this: I'm not selling my XRP because I do believe it will be worth a lot more in the future. Um, it says she goes on to say it'll be worth $100 to $500 in the short term, specifically within the next 4 to 7 months. This price hike prediction represents an astounding 14,000 to 71,000% increase from the current trading value. Says here, Thorpe acknowledges the long-standing debate within the XRP community where one fraction relies solely on price patterns and trends exhibited by Bitcoin to draw short-term price predictions. On the other hand, another group emphasizes the significance of XRP's utility, believing that its partnerships and the replacement of antiquated systems will be the key drivers of its price. That is my side right there. I believe that you will see far beyond charts, because when a technology takes over something of old, something that didn't work as well anymore, it's antiquated, it's old and slow, and then everyone sees how amazing the new technology is, people dive in, and that's when you see hockey sticks in charts, right? The dot-com bust, or the dot-com boom was a perfect example of that. Now, with that came a dot-com bust, right? Because everything goes and spiking up. So I do believe that. All right. Um, However, Thorpe presents a novel perspective, emphasizing that XRP is not a security, and basing price forecasts on traditional securities logic is counterintuitive to the original vision set forth by the Ripple team. According to expanding on her rationale, Thorpe introduces the concept of liquidity strength as a pivotal metric to consider when predicting XRP's future value. To ascertain a price range for the token, she takes into account the total supply, including circulating tokens, burnt tokens, those owned by banks, governments, and individuals, and assumes that Ripple has released all of their XRP from escrow. Let me stop there and also add that when strong hands, banks and institutions buy XRP, they're not going to let it go. They're using it for a specific reason. They are not buying it to speculate on its price. They will be using it to spend into the XRP ecosystem to move digital currencies around the world. Okay. And so that's very, very important to understand. Unlike dollars, where it takes dollars to pay the SWIFT system to move your currency from bank to bank, country to country, it takes XRP to use XRP to move that. Okay. So it's a whole different method of thinking, right? People need to sort of figure that out. According to Thorpe, if one company were to possess all 100 billion tokens, their liquidity strength in a price range of $1 to $5 would amount to 100 billion to 500 billion. However, she argues that such a calculation fails to consider the potential growth in the economy, messaging and settling activities, and the continuous benefits derived from using XRP. I wonder if she has more XRP than me. I'm just curious. Throw out a guess how much XRP you think this lady Thorpe owns. I'm just curious what your guys' best guess would be. Drawing on real world examples, Thorpe compares the token's potential to that of Swift, which handles approximately 44.8 million messages per day. Okay, now, again, 44 messages going back and forth from party A to party B around the world. Think about if that was replaced by XRP and there's a burn rate on XRP. Think about that. Every single time XRP is used to send information and money around the world, a little bit of it gets burned. So you can see the value of it going up, right? She argues that such a calculation fails to consider the potential growth. Drawing on real-world examples, sorry, I already read that part. Even if Ripple could capture only 30% of Swift's daily value, which she approximates at $7 trillion, it would result in a staggering $2.1 trillion in daily value, which would be around 13.2 million messages a day for XRP. Considering XRP's quick settlement time of 1 to 5 seconds. 1 to 5 seconds. How long did it take you to wire money last time you wired money using Swift? 8 hours? 12 hours? Seriously, I think the lowest I've ever seen a wire go through, and that was from one bank to Gemini Exchange, and it was settled and ready to rock and roll, was like 3.5 hours. So now you're talking 1 to 5 seconds. It's absolutely staggering. So anyway, going on. To arrive at her price prediction, Thorpe factors in various elements such as all global banks, burnt XRP, individuals holding XRP, distributed to large banks and creators, and tokens available on liquidity hubs and exchanges. She estimates that at any given time there may be 50 to 75 billion XRP supporting liquidity strength. When distributed across approximately 300 to 1,000 different banks, liquidity providers and governments would yield around $75 million in XRP for each institution. And remember, like I said before, when those big hands are holding it, they're not selling. So liquidity gets interesting and prices tend to get a little stronger when people are bullish about it. Taking into account JP Morgan as a top tier bank with daily transaction volume exceeding 8 trillion, Thorpe believes that even if Ripple captured only 10% of the market, which accounts for 800 billion, the existing 75 billion in XRP in circulation would not suffice to move such massive sums efficiently. Very, very interesting. According to Thorpe, this valuation gives the market breathing room, allows for growth, and assures that no single entity needs to hold billions of XRP to operate daily. Furthermore, Thorpe believes that a potential flip of the switch moment could trigger this price surge. I completely agree with that. An event akin to a revaluation for XRP, similar to how gold is assessed. I completely agree with that. When, if and when, I actually believe in when a bunch of banks around the world go, we're going to use XRP to put our digital currencies on and move around the country, the world. Banks will rush out and buy blocks of XRP. They will contact agents. They will figure out ways of moving big blocks into their hands because they know that they're going to need it. And it will cause a euphoria in the markets. It'll be staggering when it happens. I believe this is true. I'm part of the XRP army because I know which way the world banks are going and why not make money from it. So that's what I do. I'm not telling you what to buy. It's not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I got to say that, but that's what I own. So hope you guys have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.